Death is actually another one of the developmental stages of life. It isn't separate from life at all. Many people have an intense fear, a dire fear, to the point that we won't even use the words death or dying. But I think if people can find ways to settle themselves with the reality that's going to occur, it can make it so much easier for someone to deal with this concept. Hospice care kind of bridges that gap and sets up a system in which people can be a little bit more comfortable with this reality of what's happening and is accepted as a part of life.
At the heart of it, hospice care is about, compassion and about being able to be with the people and give of yourself. You're not just rushing in, checking off their symptoms and giving them some medication and going out again. You have conversations with them and, even spend just quiet time with them. And our nurses are really good at doing that.
When someone that you love is dying, they're sick, they're in their bed, there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of stress. I ask myself often, what would be missing if we didn't have hospice? And I think it's just a peace of mind, really.
The support that the family gets from Cayman Hospice Care was what was the most remarkable thing for me. It was truly amazing what they did for us.
Instantly, they just stepped in and became like our family.
They were always available. We would hear things like, even if it's midnight, call me. There's a sense of relief, there's a sense of encouragement that you're not alone. Somebody's going to be with you.
I think the philosophy of hospice is really to try and become partners with the patient and their families, involve them very intimately with their own care and their own decisions, and make them feel as though it is their life and their choice.
Many of the patients exhaust their personal funding and exhaust their insurance coverage on treatments. Just the knowledge of the service being without charge really allows the family to focus on the final days of the individual's life.
It is about living. It is about living despite the fact that an individual may have a terrible disease. We want to make their living as comfortable and as good as we possibly can.
You don't have to be having chemotherapy till your very last day. You can be at home, you can be with your family. It's about the quality of life that you have, not the length of life that you have.
Every moment counts, and it's not until you've been involved with a hospice experience that you understand how precious those moments can be.
My daughter was 9 months old at the time. She was oblivious to what was going on. All she knew was her grandfather was in bed a lot. She would say, "Pa always called me his angel." So it's something that we'll never forget.
My father, he actually felt very honored to have hospice with him as he took his last breath. It was one of the most peaceful moments for all of us in that room, and hospice helped us do that.
They helped us, I think, through the most difficult journey, that any family could probably walk down. For me, hospice will be a part of my life.
You cannot have life without death. You can include love, you can include experience, you can include a tremendous number of things, but death is an integral part of life. If I walk out next to this building and I pull a nieceberry off the nieceberry tree, the instant I pluck it off the tree, it begins to die. It's part of the natural order of things for me to enjoy the nieceberry that it experiences its death. For us to experience the growth and development of individuals, we have to accept the reality they're going to die. It isn't about death, it's about life, because death is only one aspect of life.
We are incredibly grateful for the support we get from government, but it is about 14% of our operating cost per year. So it does leave a very large sum that we need to raise. And we do that through donations, grants, in memory of donations, in lieu of flowers donations, and then from the fundraisers themselves. We have an entity in the U.S. called U.S. Friends of Cayman Hospice Care, where a person can make a donation and receive a tax deduction, and then that money is then donated to Cayman Hospice Care.
100% of the funds out of U.S. Friends of Cayman Hospice Care are directed here to the Cayman Islands and to the support of healthcare services in the Cayman Islands. Being able to present an audited set of financial statements for our inflows and outflows provides a great deal of integrity and transparency.
If in 10 years there is a vibrant, strong Cayman hospice care that has grown, but that is in existence and doing the important work it does in the community today, I'll be happy.
Visit caymanhospicecare.ky to donate.